Welcome to the Guitar Resource Podcast, practice topics for the beginning and intermediate guitarist.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode. We're going to continue talking about the capo and thinking about chord shapes and what chords actually are. So today we're going to work with G, and we'll work with the relative minor of G, which is E minor. Okay. So we'll start with the open chord, just G. So I'm playing this with the second, third, and fourth fingers. Second finger on the fifth string, second fret, third finger on the sixth string, third fret, fourth finger on the first string, third fret. You can also play the same shape with the first three fingers. Okay, and if you do that, you can also try playing the third finger on the second string and the fourth finger on the first string. Okay, so we'll go through the G chords first. So what I'm going to do is place the capo on the third fret, and we're going to play G, but we're going to use the E shape. Okay, so this is the chord shape for E, and but the actual chord is G. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly compare that to the open chord, and you'll hear that it's the same chord. And if I were to bar here, kind of using my finger as a capo, you can see that that's G there. All right, well, let's continue up the neck here. So we'll go to the fifth fret. And so our goal is to play the G chord for all of these. So we're going to play the G chord, and this is the D shape. So the shape that we typically think of as D. The actual chord with the capo on the fifth fret is G. So why don't we compare that to the two previous chords? And then open position. Okay, so we have the same three notes. So when you have a G chord, you have a G, B, and a D. Those pitches, and they get arranged in different ways depending on what position you're in. So we'll try seventh position here. So we're still aiming to play the G chord. And so what we're going to do is use the C shape, the shape that we often associate with C in open position. And we'll do that to get the G chord. And so again, capo, 7th fret, and I'm just playing the C chord shape. So that's the first finger on the second string, second finger on the fourth string, third finger on the fifth string. So again, let's compare that to some of the previous ones. So remember, these are all G chords. Shifting back with a capo on the 5th fret, playing the D shape. Capo on the 3rd fret, playing the E shape. And then again, open G. All right, so let's go up a little further. So it gets to a point where it's not really so practical to keep going with the capo, but I'm going to do this for demonstration purposes, but you probably wouldn't normally go this high with the capo. So I'm playing 10th fret with the capo, and I'm aiming to play a G chord, and so I'm going to play the A shape, the shape we typically think of as A. Okay, and that's the G chord. So let's compare those. So that was 10th fret. Go down to 7, play the C shape. That's a G. Go down to 5th, play the D shape. That's a G chord. And then we go down to 3rd fret, play the E shape. We have the G chord. and then again, open. And there we have the G chord. So we have the 5 major chord shapes. And if we kept going to the 12th fret here, we'd have another G kind of shape. And then that would actually be G. Just a little hard to get to all that in this position. You can certainly try. Okay, so we covered the G. So all of these you can play without a capo as well. So it gets a little difficult getting up there further. So let's talk a little bit about the E minor then. So we have the key of G, 1 sharp. The relative minor is the E minor. So we'll go over just 3 shapes for this, since we have 3 minor chord shapes that work very well with open strings. So E minor here, 2nd finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. You can strum all strings for that. Okay, so that is the E minor shape that we normally use, and it is E minor. So next up, we'll put the capo on the 2nd fret. And what we'll do here is play the D minor shape. So that's 1st finger on the 1st string, 1st fret, 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. You could also use 4th there. And then 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Okay, and we're capo 2. Okay, so it looks like D minor. That's our familiar shape, but actually the chord is E minor. And a lot like G, we have 3 notes. This time we have E, G, and B. And these notes are just going to kind of get shuffled around a bit. So let's take the capo all the way up to the 7th fret. And we're going to play A minor shape. So this actual chord is E minor, right? And we're using the familiar A minor shape. Okay, and then if we were to go up to the 12th fret again, we'd have the E minor shape, or in this case I'm barring the 12th fret because I don't think the capo is going to work there. So with the minor, then we have the 3 shapes, and you can play those all without the capo as well. And there are other shapes for minor, but they tend to be a little more challenging to play than some of the other chords, and sometimes they require us to maybe make some changes to some of the forms. So the minor chords, try playing the 3 chord shapes, E minor, A minor, and D minor, to get those going. And with the major, we have the other shapes. We have the C, G, D, A, and E. All right, great. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can leave a comment or a question if this has been confusing. Hopefully, I've at least tried to make it pretty clear. It can be a little confusing. It's almost like transposing, but we're just kind of thinking in terms of some common shapes, and we're using those shapes with the capo. Well, thanks again, and I hope you have a great week of practice.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Guitar Resource podcast. Be sure to rate and subscribe. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.